Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 25th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up around, got outside, got the dog outside with me, got up in the hot tub, got my soak on, wife got off to work without incident, so everything there went smooth, got back in, got the dog fed, got that taken care of, and it was all easy peasy there. So I was hanging out in the morning, getting a couple things done. And after the dog was taken care of, it was about time to head over to the dentist office. I had an appointment at 8:30 to get a chunk of the whatever the hell's in between my teeth out, because it is driving me batshit crazy. So went there, showed up about, I don't know, 8:40 probably, or 8:20, sorry, 8:20, 10 minutes early. And I roll up in there, and there's a customer who's like standing in the middle of the parking lot. There's enough room for like 2 cars to squeeze between the parked cars if they're like really small cars, like whatever. This guy's standing dead in the middle of that, so I can't get around him without hitting one of their cars in my car, or not at least without hitting him with the mirror then. So I like kind of sat there, and so the dude's like on his phone, and once I got out of the car, once I got in to move, and I was trying not to be the asshole who like beeps the guy and like honks the horns. I'm like, not in that big a hurry, I have time to spare. But you're literally walking at a quarter mile an hour, like you're barely taking steps. You're just from a stand here in the middle of the parking lot in the worst possible spot. There's like empty parking spots and stuff. So why you're standing there, who knows? So anyway, he finally realizes I'm there. He steps over about 2 feet. So I almost clipped him with my mirror anyway. And I'm like, whatever. So I get parked, and I get out, and I go to head in. He's watching some video on his phone at like full blast, just standing in the parking lot still. And I'm like, there's like a shit ton of parking spots empty still. Go stand in a parking spot at least. Go stand in the grass. Go stand over there by the tree. Go stand anywhere except right in the middle of the entrance to the damn parking lot. But people be crazy as shit, so it is what it is. So went ahead, headed in, and got inside the dentist's office, went up, stood by the front desk. There's no bell to ring, there's nothing to let them know I'm there. So I stand there for 7 minutes. Somebody else was in there already in the waiting room. You could hear women in the back talking and about like how their weekend went, what their plans are coming up, and just talking about some TV show I'd never heard of. I don't know what the hell it was. But they're back there just chatting, and I stand here at the counter for 7 minutes. I hadn't looked at my watch because I know what time I get places. 7 minutes. So now it's about time for my appointment to happen. And because I got there 10 minutes early when I pulled in the parking lot. So I'm like, no big deal. So I went ahead, and she finally steps around the corner, and in kind of a condescending, shitty attitude, voice says, yeah, I already got you checked in. You just sat down. How the fuck would I know that? How do you know who the fuck I am? Like, what the hell? I'm like, okay. So this was a very last minute situation where we got an ability to actually even get me in today. So I'm trying not to be a jerk in all this whole thing, but I'm already annoyed by the process, but here's what it is. So everything's all good. Went ahead, sat down. They finally come out. They get the other guy who was on his phone watching videos. He came in also and sat down, and they came back, took him back. And it was my turn, so I head back, sat in the room for, I don't know, no time at all. They already got the paper napkin around me, and I'm like, whatever. Which my thought is, why are we doing this so damn early? But then in order to get the little chunk of stuff out between my teeth, they need to take an x-ray. I'm like, what? She goes, well, it says here you're getting impacted all the time. I said, not all the time. There's stuff gets in your teeth, you pop it out with floss. This one would not come out. That's why I'm here. I need you guys to run better floss through it, or poke it with a pick, whatever you do, kind of thing, and get this out, because this is annoying me. It's been a handful of days now, and I'm over it, so please get it out. Well, he's still going to x-rays. It says here you haven't had x-rays since 2018. I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, also I said, is there, because I know we mentioned yesterday when we made an appointment about possibly getting a cleaning done, and he said, oh no, you got to come back for like a cranial exam or something first before you need a clean. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, just some goddamn money grab. So I'm like, so you're telling me he won't pick the chunk out of my teeth without an x-ray? She goes, no, he won't go anywhere near your mouth without an x-ray. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like, fine, to this point, I don't care. I'll pay $100 to just get that thing out of my teeth. I just want it out of there. So they go ahead, they basically take the picture, put the little thing in your mouth, which is always about a millimeter too tall, and it just stabs the roof of your fucking mouth. Like, fine, I don't mind, care if you want to have a big piece of, backing there for the x-ray to take place, but make it bend down a little bit more so it's not just jammed in the roof of your mouth. Everybody says the same thing. My mouth must be smaller than theirs. I don't know, who knows, but it is what it is. Or make that back just a little bit of a flex to it. So when it hits the roof of your mouth, it bends down slightly with the thing, so it's not just got a big dent. I still have a dent in my damn mouth right now from that stupid thing. She's out there forever. She has to leave the room. She takes a picture. She comes back in, and then, yeah, I know it's digital, so it just pops up. But I hear him over the next room. He's working on somebody else, and I'm in there for about 40 minutes, sitting in this very uncomfortable chair. Normally it's not bad. My shoulder is trash, so I'm moving around, standing up, so I'm kind of waiting for him to get there, kind of blah, blah. Finally pops in. Basically, the whole thing does not even look at the computer where my x-ray should have been. Doesn't even look at it, because I heard him just work on somebody else. I could hear the drill going. I hear him slap his gloves off, throw on a new pair of gloves. He walks into my room and sits down and starts working out. So he just took the x-ray for the money, not for the necessity of information, because he is already now working in my mouth before he even has time to look at the x-rays. But who cares? We talk about it. He basically plucks around in there, pokes my gums a bunch, tells me how I gotta come back in for all his extra work and da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, whatever, go away. Just get this out of here, whatever. Finally says he gets it out. I feel like there's still a rough spot where it kind of felt like that piece was. But now I think it's just my brain thinks there is, my tongue's just touching it for a while. And I can feel there's less pressure on my teeth being pushed apart. And that was what I was really after. So I'm like, he's got it, or damn near got it. He's got it moved at least. So now the teeth aren't being pushed apart. That's all I care about at this moment. So basically, he leaves the room. They wipe my face off, which was nothing. Like, they gave me a rag, some like paper towel, like did nothing, but whatever. So I get up, basically head up to the front. They're trying to schedule me for other appointments. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to leave town. I got a cruise coming up, and then I'm gonna try and run back to Iowa to grab my cow. So I don't know when I'm gonna be here. So how about I contact you later? And I'm like, God damn, is there ever some like dentist office that's not just has any personality at all? These people are just like straight up, like, it's just such a money grab. And I stress out. I hate dentists. I've had as a kid, my dentist was like a butcher, and he was awful, and it fucking locked into my head. Like, it's just bad. And I don't know if I need to get drunk or take like Ambien or something before I go, but I hate it so much. Like, I would pay a lot extra money if somebody just like tranquilizer dart me. Like, I'm out on my run, like right now, get ready to my run, I'm on my pre-walk. If somebody just like rolled up in a van and just shot the back of my neck or my ass, and as I fell over, they ran over, picked me up, threw me in the van, took me to the dentist's office, fixed my teeth, and then kicked me back out at home, I would be perfectly happy as that. Like, I would pay an extra $1,000 for that alone. Like, wouldn't even bat an eye at that. That would be awesome. Might pay more, truthfully, but it doesn't happen. So head back home finally. Now my gums are all hurting and bleeding and shit when they poked at me like crazy, but my teeth aren't pushed apart now, so feeling better about that. So I get home, hang out with the dog, chill out there for a few hours. Had a friend reached out, was trying to meet up that was supposed to be coming over. Never heard from them, because people nowadays just fucking flake, dude. People are just like, I don't know, it's oddball people. So went ahead from there, headed out, and just outside with the dog, we're watching butterflies go by and whatnot. So enjoying our little day. And then about 1 o'clock, I had to head up to the chiropractor to get adjusted and cold therapy and what the bullshit is they're gonna do to me. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my run in before I go at 1, because it would make more sense to do that, as that way when I get back from my chiropractor appointment, if I do have somebody, if a friend of mine does actually reach out and show up, which who knows if it will or not, but it's hard telling. All that will be done, but mostly whatever adjustments or whatever massage or whatever they do, I can let that rest afterwards and not have it re-agitated with my run and go from there. So I was like 1 o'clock going, it's about noon, I got time, I got to back and forth. And so I kind of rushed around, finished up my cigar I was doing, and ran out, got a small run in, and got back in time to get a shower. Stepped out of the shower and misread what time I had to leave. I forgot when I had to leave. I was knowing I had to leave by 1:30 at the latest, and it was like 1:15, and I was thinking I had to leave at 1. Somehow my brain, I was like, had a little mini freak out, but it was all good. I was fine. So I went ahead and finished getting dressed, got the dog some treats, got her situated away so she could be good while I'm gone, and then I jumped in the car and headed up north to hit up the chiropractor's office, get there, ended up with a different student that's doing the work on me. I'm not really sure why, because I went through 3.5 hours of orientation with this one and filled all this information and shit, went over every ounce of history that you could possibly go over, and then get handed this other now young man who's doing it. I had no idea. So something about she's going to have to get married and she's going to be gone next week. I'm like, which I also try to explain to him, doesn't matter because I'm also going to be gone that week on my cruise. So even if we continue to work together, don't care, don't give a shit, whatever, don't care. So I show up there, I see her, and I'm like, oh, she must be still here. She's going to be the one doing my work. Nope, she was there, but it wasn't doing work. She had passed me off to the other guy, which was fun. Don't mind him a bit. Super go-getter. Grew up without a lot of money and is very money-oriented. We talked about a lot of things. Talked about, like, he thrifts and stuff and goes to yard sales. And we talked about eBay and all kinds of crazy shit there. And then he did some traction on my arm. He did some massage on my shoulders, the tendons and stuff, and trying to get things to move there, and hurt the shit out of me. Like, it was rough. And I told him before, like, hey, I'm fine being abused. Like, I'd rather if the stuff needs to move, be mean to me now, and they'll only have to see me 4 times as opposed to being super soft and have to see me 10. Like, just make it move, make it work. So he put a lot of grinding in there with his knuckles and his thumbs and stuff, and it sucked. But who knows? We'll see if it helps. Went over, did the whole laser cold therapy thing. I don't think that thing does a goddamn thing, but who knows? So from there, after that, we chatted about eBay and money and all kinds of weird shit and what things to look for at auctions and flea markets and like estate sales and stuff for him to look at buying, giving some pointers to look out for some other things he may have never heard of. And he's like, cool, I'm gonna write those down, go home and look them up, because the more knowledge you have of what's valuable, the better off you have of making that sale at some point, or making the buy and knowing what it's all for in the future. So yeah, we chatted there, headed back home. Never did hear from the friend who was supposed to come over, because apparently that's a new thing also in this world is we tell people, yeah, just, reach out as soon as this happens, and they just ghost you for a day or two. Apparently it's a new common thing. I don't know, it's been happening a lot with people lately, and I didn't try and make any new friends for so long that I didn't realize how bad it had gotten out there for just meeting people and people being a man of their word, and just, I don't know, it feels weird. So yeah, got back home, went ahead, chilled out there. Wife was heading back home, so I went ahead and made up the leftovers. I was actually hungry. I told her she could work late if she wanted to, because we were just having leftovers, so it wasn't a big deal. I was like, last week, I really haven't eaten anything of any stature. Like, I've eaten like nothing. Like, hard-boiled eggs, bananas, and Doritos are my main staples. Had a couple slices of turkey a couple days ago, but that's it. So it's definitely been a weird diet. And today, after I told her to stay at work like she wanted, I was starving to death. So she finally got home. I heated up some leftovers. We had ourselves a great meal, rice and chicken, vegetables, and I threw in some pineapples in it because I was feeling wild, and it was all good to go. So after that, headed back outside, hung out with the dog, chilled out there with her, had myself a cigar, got her fed, of course, and medicated. Enjoyed myself a cigar, headed back in, had a little Doritos, and a late night snack. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.